Okay, we're back. Um, I was talking very low in the last uh, segment because I was sharing the couch with somebody and I didn't have my chakra frequencies on, so I wasn't as settled in as I should be, as I was, but we should be good now. Okay, continuing. This is segment 7, Big Love. Nikki, you're just you just have to accept the life that God chose for you and stop being a dreamer. So I love this quote from Big Love, one of my favorite shows, because this is, I won't say it's a fear. I think it's a common idea that I've had or struggled not to have. The reason why I think it's problematic is because it says, accept the life that God chose for you. I think that's reductive. I don't think it works like that. I don't think God chooses your life for you. I think I've thought that in the past. but what's also problematic about this quote is accept the life God chose for you and stop being a dreamer, as if those two ideas are mutually exclusive, which I definitely don't believe is the case. But I also don't believe God does the choosing, and I actually don't believe God would ever put us in a position where we couldn't or shouldn't dream. In fact, God speaks through dreams, historically, anecdotally, right? Another quote from Slumdog Millionaire, one of my favorite movies. Oh yeah, it's kind of the theme of the whole book. It is written, kind of another play on that particular idea. Is there a path? Is there a destiny? Is there a future? Is there a way that this all has to work out? That it's somehow already decided, and we are merely uh, lawn furniture attempting to rearrange ourselves on the deck of the Titanic. Is that what the world really is? And there's analysis of, there are several links here about uh, analyzing this idea and the script and the story. One from Forbes, one from Books. What does it say? Books.com. And then there's another one. Oh, and this one is not connected to that conversation. This one is every owner should know where they are in their business journey. I actually saw this on Facebook and thought it to be applicable. They have 5 stages here of the business journey, and they have it as hustler, experimenter, experimenter, visionary. What is it? Systemizer. I thought that's what it said. And influencer. I thought that was analogous to the work that I'm doing, so I included it. Every owner should know where they are in their business journey. Your business stage says a lot about where your focus should be as an owner, as well as what challenges you're likely facing. Understanding the business phase will help you identify what you need to grow. Learn more about our stages below. Oh, yeah, there's this whole class, this workshop, 5 stages of the entrepreneurial journey webinar, and learn how to take action. Yes, I copied that for a couple of reasons. I have to discuss my anxiety. This is a note to myself. I have to discuss my anxiety and depression in this book, my fears and insecurities. Um, a lot of the underpinnings of my imperatives over my life have been about anxieties, insecurities, fears, and depression. avoiding depression or managing depression. And I think I need to tell those stories very openly and honestly. Here is a quote, there's an article from AL.com. I'm weary of unnecessary deaths. Healthcare workers, healthcare workers are too, like watching people walk off a cliff. I think this is about people not taking care of themselves during the pandemic. Can't get here, get here. Okay, so I made a post, and I'm not sure where I saw it, but I saw it somewhere. But I made a meme, posted it at the beginning of the pandemic. If you can't get here, and it was a picture of a sanctuary inside a church, get here. And the second picture at the bottom was someone in a yoga pose on top of a mountain, looking over a range or something. And my note to myself is this is about connection. Dreams and disappointments, ambition and zeal, expectations, managing distractions, knowing what projection, knowing what is projection and what is not, I guess. Mr. Robot, changing the world by moving sand from the beach. Season 1, Episode 5. Using the WAFF interview for the introduction, write myself into it. So this is just a note to myself to use the interview that WAFF did about my dad as the introduction and writing myself into it, which probably will happen. Use the interview for format, but with different questions and focus on the theme of restlessness. What's so crazy about this show is that it has nothing to do with the plot. As entertaining as it is, but it's all about the inner journey of two heroes. This is me talking about Billions. Here is a link, a review, Sloan Review article. What makes work meaningful or meaningless? There is a term, I think I got it from Billions, called zugwang. Zug, zugwang. It is a situation found in chess and other turn based games wherein one player is put at a disadvantage because of his obligation to make a move. A player is said to be in zugzwang when any possible move will worsen his position. Ooh, gotta preach. There is, it looks like this is a song. Oh, that came on at the end of Billions. The heart is a muscle by a gang of youths. Break me off a piece of that and mix it with a little wine. With someone warm and smart, I guess, with a heart in first and a soul behind. And I won't give in because I want to try again. There will be no years of silence in the shadow of regret. I won't let it so betray me, though my soul got used to it. I will look at love as more than just an instrument of pain and will give myself completely to the moving and the strange because I want to overcome and try to love someone. I will not spend the years depleted of my willingness to try. It won't hurt this way forever. It ain't worth the overtime. I'm not looking for redemption, nor some shallow kind of bliss. Lay me down and kiss me deeply. Show me everything I missed. I haven't had enough, and I want to love someone. I will not hurt like this forever. I'm responding to the call. While there's speakers in the outfield blasting out my favorite song, I will not play this out discreetly. It is real and unashamed. I am human now and terrified, but want it all the same. Because I want to overcome and to try to love someone. Because the heart is a muscle, and I want to make it strong. Because the heart is a muscle, and I want to make it strong. I let bad love betray me once, but I was barely out of high school then. And I guess I fear the same results, that none will take me as I am. I want to be loved. I want to be whole again. So tuck my hair behind my ears and touch my soul again. The window is wide. The post unfulfilled. The past unfulfilled. Right. So that says post or past. Post unfulfilled. And I just ask you to be patient. And if you love me, if you'll have me still, because I want to open up and to try to love someone, because I want to overcome and try to love someone. The heart, the heart, the heart. The heart is a muscle. The heart, the heart, the heart. The heart is a muscle now. The heart, the heart, the heart. The heart is a muscle now. I want to make it strong. I don't remember the music, but just looking at the lyrics, it makes so much sense to me why I wanted to include that. Because if that don't sound like me and my journey, I don't know what does. So here is a quote from season 3, episode 11. That music is helping. You've got personnel problems. That's what they'd all like you to think. None of them are going anywhere. I'm talking about one person in particular. Taylor is about to get paid the same as James Harden. You think they can't get by on that? It's not about money. They keep demanding more of it because you're not giving them what's more important than money. So money is all that's left. Well, I'm about to adopt the official policy of the United States and refuse to negotiate with terrorists. Yeah. So what's happening here is Axelrod is having a conversation with Wendy, and Wendy is basically trying to get Axelrod to give Taylor, who is his MVP and CIO, something more than money. And Axelrod responds by saying, I'm about to take up the official policy of the United States and refuse to negotiate with terrorists. You know that's bullshit, right? Our government negotiates with terrorists all the time. This is Wendy responding to him. Pays them with pallets full of hundreds. But when they're captured, what breaks them in places like Gitmo isn't overt torture. It's a sense of disenfranchisement and purposelessness. That's what I'm sowing. That's what I'm sowing. Here's the thing with someone like Taylor, what they need is forward momentum, above all things, even money. My recommendation, take them to the Rays. I could say yes. Why don't I want to say yes though? Because it's another fucking accommodation. I got this rich so I could stop making them. Gates plays dollar poker. Buffett eats a drive-in burger every day. There's no amount of money that frees you from being a person, from interacting with others. Those guys know that. You know that. It used to be an investment pitch until them begging you to take their money. It used to be an investment pitch and tell them begging you to take their money. Now you've got to peddle your wares along with everyone else, like a fucking door-to-door Electrolux salesman. Giving up trading, taking on Grigor, now paying your people out of your own pocket. It must feel like death by a thousand cuts. Yeah, I'm at 999 and I'm sticking. You chose this person for a reason, beyond their mathematical ability. Taking on Taylor as a real partner isn't going to kill you. It may be the very thing that makes you stronger. So at the time of this speech, Wendy doesn't know she's been set up by Taylor to have this very conversation. But truth notwithstanding, which is the whole premise we've been developing all day, truth notwithstanding, the argument is sound and the argument needs to be made. And I relate to it on so many levels. There is a quote, oh, Minchke. There is a term, the definition and philosophy of the space between a handshake. I want to say it has another definition. It's another definition. That's another reason I put that there. Okay, here we go. There's two words apparently, Mensch and Menschkeit. The key concept of the 1996 movie City Hall is Menschkeit. In Yiddish, a Mensch is someone of noble character and dignity, someone who does what is right and what is responsible. Menschkeit is the set of properties that make one a Mensch. Mensch and Menschkeit are terms that, in New York at least, have been assimilated into English. One person says it refers to Menschkeit as about honor and character and the space between a handshake. I love that. That's a great article here, which I guess I'm going to also copy and put into that place because I think it elucidates the principle. I'll put new so that I know I added it. All right, I got to stop.